Hi guys, so this is my analysis update on the XY guys. What are we expecting on the XY? But first today we start the analysis on the XY. I'm just gonna do a quick recap on the XY based on our previous analysis. So what were we expecting on the XY guys? If you remembered, if you watched my video, I was expecting the XY to push to the upside, which was around 104.181. So I said there's a possibility that the XY might push to the upside to my minor negative 27% fib level, right, which is 104.181. I said there's a possibility we might get there before tanking to the downside. And I also said that if we have more momentum of buy when we get to that level, then there's a possibility that it's my negative 61.8% fib level, which is 104.286 before tanking to the downside. So my scenario was we might get to negative 27% fib level before tanking to the downside, and as you can see that we came down a little bit to my 50% fib level, right? That was where we started reacting off of. We came there, reacted around that area, that we continue to push to the upside. It's my negative 27% fib level. As you can see that as soon as we hit this percent level right here, we started tanking to the downside. I hit my sell TP as well, we can see, which is 103.799. So that was a really beautiful trade right there. So now that we are done with that on the XY guys, I'm just going to reanalyze the XY and reanalyze the XY based on the current price market we have. So I'm going to delete all those old ones right there. Let's see. So just like you know that I like to do top-down analysis guys, so now let's go to my bigger time frame and see what we are looking at on the XY. So just like I've said previously as well, that in the XY I'm predicting more of a sell, but like I said, there is a possibility for it to actually push up a little bit, right? We might push up a little bit to touch my 38.2% fib level to give us a possible third touch of the trend line before tanking to the downside. That's a possibility I'm saying, but like I said, because we are an intraday trader, right? So just like I said in my previous analysis as well, that we should also be mindful of this area. We had this break of structure right here. This wicked break of structure, we came up to that level to refill the balance, to fill the imbalance. Then now there's a possibility for us to start tanking to the downside, right? So now let's go to my daily time frame and see. So we can see my daily time frame, right? Let's just change this one. Even despite the fact that we broke this trend line right here, we can see that there is not enough momentum, so there is not enough momentum for a good breakout yet, because we can see on this daily time frame we didn't see any engulfing candle closes below this trend line, right? We can see that we've been having multiple rejections around this area, and it's a significant area. So I'm just going to draw a zone right here. As we can see, this is a significant area. We can see that if I zoom in a little bit, we can see that we've rejected around that zone quite a number of times, we can see, and we are currently around that zone as well. Even despite the fact that we see this sort of like a breakout right here, we can see that the candlestick is not giving any enough momentum for us to know what next, right? But because we are an intraday trader, we can always push down a little bit and see what is going on right here. So based on what I am seeing right here, we can see that we have this candlestick momentum right here, right? We have this indecisive candle, this one right here, this indecisive candlestick, right, which is also called doji, right? We have the candlestick right there, and it follows this huge momentum of this bear move. So there's a possibility that the market, like the bulls are in the market, based on what I'm seeing right now, right? We can see some sort of like a breakup zone. It came down here. We can see that this candlestick right here broke the zone, right? We have breakup zone, right? And then we had the second candlestick is an indecisive candlestick. Now again we have an impulsive candlestick right here, which is the bull market, right? So there's a possibility we might continue to push to the upside, to be honest. So I'm seeing some sort of like an impulse, a correction. It came down to that zone to correct, and we see that we have like rejection around that area. So there's a possibility that we're having some sort of like an impulse, a correction, and a possible continuation to push to the upside. But let's be mindful around this zone as well. I'm gonna let's be mindful here. Based on this, we can see, let's go to more smaller time frame and see if that solidify anything. We can see based on our previous candlestick that we had, right, sorry, our previous trend line that we have, like this is a significant trend line right here. We have seen multiple rejections around this trend line, right? It can come here and we are currently rejecting around this trend line, even despite the fact that we see this momentum right here. This is still like a significant area, so there's a possibility for it to actually push to the downside. That is why we have to be patient and mindful on how to take the extra around this moment right here, right? Because it can also be an instance of like overall of what we are seeing right here, like this impulse, some sort of like this correction and continuation to push to the upside. There's a possibility, right? So we have to be mindful on how to adjust and take this trade as well, because it can either go both ways based on how we are seeing it, right? So let's go to much smaller time frame and see if I'll find anything. Let's go to my daily time frame. Okay, let's stick with 1 or 2 hour right here. Like based on what I'm seeing right here, right, I see a little bit more momentum of a buy. So there's a possibility that we might push to the upside a little bit, maybe to at least give us this touch of straight line that we might push to the downside or not. But like I like to use my fib. So let's use my fib from point A to point B and see how the market is right here. Let's change the color. So we can see that if we put based on this, the market rejected around 50% fib level based on that level right here. So I'm predicting some sort of like a push to the upside. That is if we are continuing to push to the upside, right? I see that. Let's see. Let's go. 30-minute time frame. Nothing much. Let's just stick with this right here. So I see some sort of it pushing to the upside, to be honest. So just like I'm saying, we might see something like this impulse right here to possibly get to my 27% fib level, to possibly touch this trend line before thanking to the downside. That's a possibility. But if you see more momentum of buy when we get to my negative 27% fib level, then certainly 61.8% fib level might be the next level for us to now know what next. But let's just take it one step at a time. So my first target is here, 317 will be my first target as mentioned. Then my second target for the buy, if it continue to see momentum, then that will be my second target. So I'm just going to draw my scenarios. My first target right here can be black, and my second target will be around here. Right, that will be, but just like I mentioned as well, that's because of where we are currently around this trend line right here. Even despite the fact that we broke this trend line, it doesn't really solidify anything yet. So there's a possibility we might tank to the downside, right? And if we do tank to the downside, I just think maybe something like this. Let's see, something like this. At least maybe first target will be the previous low it's created, will be our first target on it, which is 433. So that is what I am predicting on DXY as of this moment. Like right here, let's see how the market plays, but I just see that we might continue to push to the upside, right? So, or we might continue to push to the downside because it has not even broken the previous high. So this was the previous high for us to know that the market has reversed yet, right? So, but like I said, we should also be mindful that we had this engulfing candle. So this might be like a correction for it to at least continue. Then we might continue to push it up to the downside. That's a possibility that we are looking for, and we can see, be mindful of this break of structure right here, and we can see that also aligns with my negative 27% fib level because we broke the structure right here and we haven't retested yet. So there's a possibility we might push up to this level right here to give a possible retest of the break of structure before tanking to the downside. So that is my quick thoughts on the XY, guys. Hope you guys find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and I'll see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.